Right, we are. Oh, only one person's watching. That's me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Shouting Men Podcast 2025 end of year review show with me, Kirrien and Matt. We are sorry we're running a little bit late. A few technical issues, but we hope they are all fixed now.
Yeah, and as you can see, we're in a new setting. We're doing it together
For the first time.
Instead of doing it via dodgy internet, which some of you guys may know that I have very dodgy internet. In this beautiful setting, our new home, the Canterbury Towers pub in Canterbury City Centre. Kirrien, well, 2025 has been and gone. What did you make of the Gills?
Same story of the last couple of seasons, isn't it? Do they start off okay, top of the table for a couple of months, and then, well, we collapse.
We do. But then, well, we've mentioned this off air quite a bit. We seem to be a team of two halves. Do we hope that the second half of the season will be our season?
I'm optimistic. I think we've got a good chance. We do have a good squad. We are lacking up front again, but we've been saying that also for the last two and a half seasons. So we'll see. I think we've got January now to try and boost our attacking options, but looking at some of the deals that are looking likely to go through with other clubs, this is going to be an expensive transfer window.
Yeah, I mean, especially January is always an expensive window. You need goal scorers. When are you going to get them? When are you going to have to pay for them? Proven goal scorers will cost you money, and for a club like Gillingham in League Two, we don't obviously have that kind of money. We have to go big in the summer. And talking about that, we did have a few players that came in the summer. We had Steph Palmer Holden coming.
Yeah.
Obviously, there was a lot of talk about him coming in, hitting the ground running.
I think he's shown promise. He just hasn't shown what we're expecting of him yet. Obviously, he started the campaign off injured. But I think there's been too much of a reliance on Nevitt and Andrews, and it's just not working. I think Seb needs an experienced head with him up front. I think his best games is when he's been partnered for the last 20 minutes or so with Sam Vokes. And I think he needs an experienced head with him because he is young, he is raw. Until he joined us, his only league minutes came with.
Was it Accrington?
No, that was Josh. Josh Andrews. But his only league minutes came with Bristol City. He came from Bristol City, but I think he spent half a season on loan in Scotland last season, and then a season on loan at another League Two club. He hasn't really hit the ground running at those clubs. He scored a few vital goals, but yeah, we just I think Seb Palmer Holden will be fine as long as he partnered with the right person up front. And I don't think that's Nevitt Andrews.
No, I think off the top of my head, Andrews. I think if we're going to build a squad around anyone, we want to build it around Andrews. Obviously,
yeah,
big man up top. It's the way Gareth likes to play. Personally, I don't know if Seb is that man to partner him up top.
No.
I do like the idea of Vokes, but obviously, we're maybe going to get one more season out of him after this if we're lucky. So, I mean, if you were in Gareth Ainsworth's shoes right now, start of January, window has just opened, do you try and go out and get a goal scorer? I mean, he has said this is a 2-year plan that he wants to do. He's only, not even halfway through it yet. So, would you go out and spend big in January, or would you stick with what we've got?
I would personally. I'd stick with what we've got. Consolidate the season. Make sure that Gareth's got his. You'll get Gareth to focus on building his style of play and getting that correct. But then I don't think we've got the players for the way Gareth Ainsworth likes to play. So it's a 2-year plan. Brad said that. Gareth said that. I think we consolidate this season. We already know that there's. Brad said it in pre-season, and a few others have said it, that budgets are tight this season, but they're less tight next season. And I think we go for it next season. Spend big next season.
I mean, obviously, we are looking at potentially a lot of players potentially departing, coming to the end of their contracts. So, you think it will be pretty much a complete squad build in the summer?
I think, if I'm honest, I'd only keep 3 or 4 of the players in the current squad.
Apologies for that many,
yeah. I'd try and keep Masterson and Andy Smith, Sam Gale, Max Clark.
I will actually just quickly say though, that Max Clark, big shout out to Max Clark. He was named in the League 2 Team of the Year. He was also named in the
EFL Team
of the Year. So yeah, big shout out to Max Clark there. I mean, let's quickly run through the list. That I know we're still a few months away from it, but I mean, let's do a quick game of keep or.
I like this game.
So we'll start with, we've got 3 goalkeepers at the moment. Obviously, we've got Jake, we've got Glenn, we've got Tate. Jake, keep or let go.
I'm going to get slated for this. Keep.
Yeah, you and me both. We'll both get slated.
Yeah.
I think Jake is an absolutely excellent goalkeeper at this level. He's a great understudy currently to Glenn Morris, although obviously he has been starting. I did notice actually Glenn was back on the bench the other day, so obviously the injury hopefully is coming to an end. But Glenn, obviously 42 years old now. I mean, would you keep? Would you let it go?
Keep, but not as a player. Bring him on the coaching team.
But then would that be getting rid of Devon?
No, have them both. Both these together would be a brilliant coaching, goalkeeping coaching staff.
And then also we have young Tate as well. Are we looking at potentially keeping him?
Yeah, he's got potential. Whether he's gonna play at League 2 or above or not is a different question. But I think whilst he's developing, he's worth having around. He's had some really good games for us in goal when little was expected of him, and he's shown that he's got it. Keep.
Keep. Well, let's go into the defenders then. So we've got Sam Gale, Andy Smith, Shadrach Oji, Colin Masterson, Logan Dobbs, Max Clark, Levis Swindown, and Romeo Hutton. So, Sam Gale, I think we're both in agreement.
Yeah,
I think pretty much every single Gills fan out there is in agreement. We've got to keep Sam Gale. Andy Smith, again.
Keep.
Yeah. What about Shad?
Shad's had a serious injury to his arms both arms this season, I think, hasn't he? And he's too error prone. I like Shad. I think he's got to go.
So, would you potentially look at letting him go in January, or would you think, maybe go out on loan in January, or would you be thinking, still keep him as part of the squad?
I'd send him out on loan on January, give him an opportunity to rebuild his confidence and pick up his and try and work on his decision making. But if nothing's really seen of him, then let him go at the end of the season.
Okay. We've also got obviously Conor Masterson is another one. He's just come back from his big injury that he's had. I really must say, I really enjoyed the interview I saw with him the other day pre-game, talking about how he's had to mentally overcome a lot of this. For me, Conor, as much as I would love and absolutely want to keep him, my heart of hearts says he's probably too good for this level and he should potentially step up to a League One or even a Championship club. I don't know if you agree to that, or if you have any different thoughts.
I personally think he needs to go because he can play at League One or Championship level. But also, 2 seasons in a row now, he's missed half the season with injury and quite serious injuries. So maybe that's another consideration there. Especially when you've got Andy Smith, the partnership of Andy Smith and Sam Gale looking pretty good together. Okay, Andy Smith made a couple of errors this season, so Sam Gale, and you don't really get that with Conor when he's on his game.
Yeah, I mean, look, personally, I think Conor and Sam Gale playing together, I think they're an excellent partnership. I must say, I've enjoyed actually Andy Smith and Sam learning together.
Yeah.
But they're obviously quite young. I think Andy's 24, Sam's 21.
Yeah.
Conor 27 years old. So maybe having a bit of experience at the back might help. But personally, I think we only signed him on an extra 1-year deal, didn't we, Conor?
Yeah.
I think that's probably him thinking, this is my last year. Hopefully, we'll go up. If we don't go up this year, I have to think he'll be on his way out the door.
Yeah.
Max Clark. Well, I mean, I think we're again both in agreement. We want to
Keep him, but I think he's too good for us. I think he should be playing at League One level.
Yeah.
And again, he only signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah. I'm going to say all credit goes to Max Clark. He signed originally from Stevenage.
Stevenage, yeah.
He coming in as potentially the first choice left back, and then we ended up getting Scott Maloney.
Yeah.
Which obviously relegated him to the bench, and a lot of players could sat on the bench and sulked. He hasn't. He's really shown his worth, and definitely deserves that place in the team of the year.
Yeah, definitely, 100% this season.
One player we've not seen a lot recently. I think
he's been out injured. And his contract ends
officially. Yeah, I think
this week.
Is it this week or in a few days? But Lenny Serino. I'll be honest. I've really liked what I've seen from him.
That goal, I think every Gills fan still talking about, or should be talking about. Lenny Serino has been, like, when he's been on the pitch. Okay, he's young, he's raw, he's got a bit of an aggressive streak, but I like that about him. I like the fact that he's not afraid to cut inside and run down the middle and pretend to be a striker for 5 minutes and put a beautiful goal in the back of the net. I like the fact he's willing to take on defenders on the wing. I like the fact he's not afraid to stand up for himself. And I think of all the players that we picked up from non-league over the last couple of years, so like your Wileys and stuff like that, I think he's probably one of the better ones coming from Clitheroe Town. And Ainsworth said in an interview before the last game that after the game, saying that they're talking to Serino about extending the contract, and that he was about to break into the squad when he got injured on the training ground. And I was just like, that's why we've not seen him. But I was like, if Ainsworth was confident enough to let him break into the squad, then there is definitely something still about him, and I want to see him extend.
Well, I mean, if it was me, I would definitely have Serino. I'd take him on a couple of year, 2-year deal or something like that. He is an absolute, I think, talent in the making.
Yeah.
Ainsworth is a really good coach to try and bring it out of him. So, Lenny, if you are watching this, not that I'm sure you are, please get signed up with us. Last but not least, Mayor Hutton. Obviously, had a very interesting couple of days when he first joined us. Some interesting videos that went out online. But for me, actually, last year I don't think we saw necessarily the Romeo Hutton we've seen this year. He has an excellent, weapon that long throw.
Yeah.
really starting to come into his own. His crosses are getting better.
Yeah.
He just needs to work out where the strikers are going to be in the box. But Romeo, would you keep him?
Based on his development curve this season, yeah, I'd keep him.
You would keep him.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, let's jump onto our midfield then. Robin McKenzie,
100%.
Swiss Army man, 100%. The only position I don't think I've ever seen him play is in goal, but I'm sure he'd do really good in goal. But yeah,
I mean, like, what was it this season? That 25-yard screamer.
Yeah. Ethan Coleman.
I'm on the fence with Ethan Coleman. Like, I like the fact that since he got his head injury, he showed more aggression. And, whilst he was recovering from that, when he was all taped up, he was like showing a lot of aggression despite his head injury. But he passes backwards and sideways too much.
But then, is that not necessarily down to the way they make the managers trying to get them to play?
Yeah, maybe, but there's been loads of times he's had like people further forward that he could have passed to, and he decided to go backwards. I don't think his decision making's quite as good as it probably could be. Like when he's on his game, he's one of the best players on the pitch, and that's why I'm on the fence. I like him. But I want to see more from him.
Yeah, no, I get it. And look, I mean, it's no slight of the man, my point of view, but we are quite heavily stacked in the midfield area. For me, he would be one that I would get. But that's, everyone has their own opinion.
Yeah.
That's just mine. Let's move on to Nelson Benny.
Keep.
Yeah, do you know what? I really like
what I've seen of him. What I've seen of him this season, he's looked really good this season. He's gone forward confidently. He's taken players on. He's had a couple of shots and not scored, but he's not a striker, and our strikers aren't doing that. So no, I like him. I think he's raw. I think he's got a bit of. He's got something there. I think Ainsworth's the right manager to get it out.
Yeah, well, at 23 years of age, he is absolutely, I think, got a really good future ahead of him. Gareth Ainsworth, again, excellent choice. Captain Fantastic, Mr. Armani Little. Look, I do like the guy. I think he is, he's really real talent on the pitch for me. I think actually giving him maybe the captain's armband would not seem some of the best.
No, I think we're getting a Matt Seymour situation. Really good without the armband, really poor with the armband. Or not necessarily really poor, but not as good with the armband. I think the only player that I've seen this season that has got better with the armband is Bradley. Is that so? I think Armani Little maybe is a really good choice for vice skipper. I think the role should be reversed. So
you would not strip it away from him, but basically give the armband maybe to Dacky.
Yeah, give the armband to Dacky and have Armani as there, because he's a very good communicator. The players listen to him, but I think he's feeling the weight of the captaincy.
Yeah.
And I think that after the Newport game where he came off injured and he got in trouble with the FA, I think that's the pressure getting to him a little bit.
On to a player who we've not seen much of, but I'll be honest, every time we have seen him, I thought he's really impressed. Ewan Williams, obviously he's had a couple of, a big injury this year. He obviously he's been out. Every time that I have seen him, I've really liked what I've seen. He's 22 years old.
Red card on his debut.
Yeah, red card on his debut. but we can put that past him. Would you keep him?
Isn't he out on loan this season?
No, he's still part of the squad. He's just had the injury.
Oh, right. I mean, he's young, he's talented. Yeah, I'd probably keep him just because we haven't seen enough of him to make a decision. And when we have seen him, he's been pretty good. I mean, he made his debut, got a red card, and then got called up to the Northern Ireland under-21 squad, didn't he? So, so, yeah, I'd probably keep him.
Probably keep.
Yeah,
Aaron Rowe.
yeah.
I mean, look,
I mean, he's got his deficiencies like all of our squad, but I think he's been semi-reliable, and semi-reliable is better than not being reliable. Also, I'd keep him around, but if we're talking about trimming the wage budget so we can bring in better players, then I would get fine. Let him go. He's not shown me enough in the last 2 seasons. He's had moments of really good play, but he just looks lost on the pitch. He doesn't seem to fit in to the system.
Do you think this is ultimately down to the way Ainsworth style of play?
Yeah, I don't think he fits into Ainsworth's system. And if he doesn't fit into the system, he's just an expensive luxury product.
No, I fully get that. I do like Johnny. I think Johnny's a lovely guy. I was lucky enough to meet him a few times.
Yeah.
But yeah, unfortunately, I just feel it hasn't really worked out with him here at Policefield. So
it's probably because it worked out for him at Swindon.
I would, yeah, I think I would let go. And then on to the guy that everyone loves at the moment, Mr. Bradley Dack. Happy birthday yesterday, Bradley. I think in my head, this is where Dack will retire.
This season?
No, not this season.
Oh, right.
At
Gills.
Gills will be the team he will finish his career at.
Yeah.
I think he's got an excellent coaching career going ahead from everything that everyone else has said. But I still think we can get maybe a couple more seasons out of him. We can keep him injury free, manage his minutes.
So we managed it this season.
Yeah, I think we can get
really well.
Out of him.
Like every time he's pulled out, every time he's like got even a slight niggle, Ainsworth's brought him off.
Yeah.
And I think that's great. And like he's missed a couple of games where he's just been recuperating. But I think like he's our top scorer this season.
I think he is. Yeah, I think he's 6 goals. I think he's scored with us so
far. And like Ainsworth said, that can't do it all on his own. But I think he should be made captain. I think he should be I think Ainsworth should be building the team around him. Because we know we're going to get goals from that. We know we're going to get creativity when we need it. We know we're going to get forward runs. We know he's going to play his backside off for the shirt.
Yeah, I mean, I tell you what, every time I see that play recently, he does remind me of a former player, manager, one that everyone loves. He really has that kind of fight passion like what Andy Heston had.
Yeah, he will give regular.
He will give his absolute all for the badge and never say die attitude. Look, I'm all for keeping Dacky for the next couple of years. On to a player who we've only seen a handful of times this year. We got him on loan from Wigan, and that's Johnny Smith. As much as I think there is such a talented player in there, I think he'll be going back to Wigan.
So my brother's a Wigan fan. I never mentioned this before. Really big Wigan fan. And when we signed him on loan, his reaction was, "Oh my God, that's an overpowered signing for League Two." And then he said, "But he can't make forward runs, and he's only got a 30-yard screamer in his locker." Now we've seen that 30-yard screamer this season once. Yeah. We can see he can't make forward runs with the ball, and there's definitely a player there, but I don't think we've seen enough from him.
So why do you think we're not seeing the minutes? Because obviously he was on the bench, I think, the last game, but we're just not really seeing much of him. Do you think maybe he's not fitting into what Ainsworth wants?
I think so, but we're also playing quite a tight formation from the midfield forward to allow Max Clark and Hutton to get forward. So the fact is, he is a winger. If we're not playing wingers out wide because we're playing with wing backs, he doesn't fit in the system. If he doesn't fit in the system, Again, he's a luxury item that we don't need. As much as I like him, and that goal, it was against Newport, wasn't it? That goal was fantastic. It was brilliant. You don't see many goals like that in League Two, that's for sure. But I like the kid guy, but I just don't think I don't think we need him. I think there's other positions we need rather than him.
Okay. Gareth McLean.
Love him, keep him.
38 years old though.
Doesn't matter. He's playing like he's 26.
Yeah, so you still want to keep him on the
Yes, he's fast. He's fast. He's agile. He's got a commanding presence. He knows what he wants. He knows what he needs. And if he doesn't get it, he makes sure he tells the other players that he doesn't get it.
Obviously, we had that big controversy with him against Bromley, getting a retrospective ban after the fact, after winning a penalty. Obviously, in my opinion, retrospective bans, if they're going to do them, they need to be fair across the board. I think he was unfortunately singled out for that. But yeah, I really like Gareth. Again, I'd like to see him playing a bit more. Obviously, I understand 38 years of age, again, he can manage his minutes. But for me, every time he's on the pitch, something exciting seems to happen.
Yeah.
Let's move on to Seb Palmer Holden. So, guy came in with a lot of promise. Everyone's saying he was going to put the ball into the back of the net. I think he's scored twice so far this season, if I'm not mistaken.
2 decent goals as well.
21 years old. So
send him out on loan.
Still young. Would you keep him? Would you send him out on loan?
Send him out on loan. Keep him. He's got something. You can see he's got something. Because even though he's not scoring when he's on the ball, he's moving it. He's getting it into positions that other people aren't. He's got good vision, and he's got good energy. He's got good stamina, but he's a little bit too raw. He needs to hone his skills a little bit. Send him out on loan.
Yeah, obviously, when you look at the rest of the players, and we'll move on to him in a minute, coming forward, he does offer something completely different to the rest of them. Personally, I'd like to keep him in the squad still. I get what you mean, send him out alone, hopefully get him some goals, but then would you really want to send him to a lower league team, in the National South or National League? When actually I still think, he is a very talented League Two player. We just need to get more from him. We mentioned the game off there about him potentially playing up top with someone like Sam Oakes, a big man up top with him. I could see if a partnership was to build that something could happen with them two.
Yeah, potentially, but I think we're too top heavy. We've got too many strikers. None of them are doing anything. So either some need to go, or, and this is going to kill me when I say this in a little while, but there's a couple in mind for me that I think need to go. But I think he's going to struggle for playing time. Actually, I don't think he is going to struggle for playing time. Palmer Holden. But I think I need to see something more from him. Now, I know he's 21. He's not got that much league experience. He's not scored many goals at other clubs either, and that's my issue. That so far, in his whole career, he's on 15, 20 goals. I think I've read. And that's not enough for a striker. I know he's only been a pro for 3 years, but those figures should be seasonal figures, not 3-year figures.
Well, okay. So let's move on to Josh Andrews then. The big centre forward obviously came in from Birmingham, lots of promise. Immediately got injured.
No, he joined the club injured.
But we know, we've seen it. There is a great player, a really good player in there. He's big, he's tall, he's winning a lot of these first contacts.
Yeah.
I mean, would you not think maybe a partnership with something like Andrews and Seb working pretty well together? Could that not work? Or?
I think it could. I think the problem is they're both young. They both need an experienced head up front with them. If out of the players that we've got right this second, my ideal top two would be those two. But I think they're both really young. both really talented. They need an experienced head to keep them on the right path, right track.
So we've got a couple more then to get through. Kenny Nevitt,
Bye.
yeah, look,
He's not shown enough.
no, well, so I think he's definitely shown he's got heart, passion, and and he does clearly care for the club.
But
Succeed.
but his natural goal scoring ability, which is the bread and butter of a striker, just doesn't seem to be there. For us at least.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to that point, I think, with Elliot, where again, I said, know there's a player in there. The fact that the ball's just not falling into the back of the net at the moment, it hurts, obviously, because we know he can do it.
Yeah.
He's done it. Was it Crew, wasn't it? He was there.
Great. Yeah, great Crew.
But I've just got, whether it's frustration, because I said, he is really fighting hard, but nothing just seems to be falling for any of our strikers.
No.
And a player that, again, came with a bit of promise, Marcus Wiley.
42 goal contributions in one season at Staines.
Yeah, has, again, just really not got a lift.
No, I mean, what, he's 26?
26 now, yeah.
He came to us from a part-time team. He was a teacher, and then he's transitioned to being a pro footballer overnight, essentially. There's a player there. 42 goal contributions in National League South is nothing to sniff up at. It's just not clicking. And is that because he's not getting the minutes? Is that because he's not getting the delivery? I think the issue we've got with a 26, we've got to treat a 26-year-old coming from part-time football like he's a first-year pro.
Well, yeah,
or second-year pro in this case. But
look what happened with Hesse. Obviously, Hesse didn't, become a professional footballer until he was 24.
Yeah, well, and look at Ian Wright as well. He didn't become a pro footballer until he was 22. Yeah.
So, again, we know there's a player in there. We've managed to see it in a few of the cup games. But would there not be a case then for potentially offering him to a 6-month loan at a National League team to again try and get some more minutes?
Did that last season and he scored 2 goals.
But again, would it be potentially worth getting him back out then?
Yeah, maybe. I think this is why it hurts me, because I really like Wiley. I've said that from day one. And if any striker has got to go, it's him. Which really hurts me, but it's him, because out of all of them, he hasn't shown enough.
On to the last one then, Mr. Sam Noakes. So, obviously, knows Gareth very, very well. Has come over from Wickham. 36 years old, I believe he is. 36 years old. Still got, obviously, maybe a year or two in him. Would you still want to keep him around come the end of the season?
Oh, yeah, 100%. And then I've got a feeling he's going to end his career at Gills under Ainsworth. And then Ainsworth's going to integrate him into the backroom team.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same with GMAC as well. I think they'll both they'll both end their careers at Gills. GMAC, Vokes, and Dak, all three will end their career at Gills and then be part of Ainsworth's backroom team.
Before we finish off, then let's go through just some players that have left us. And I'll see if you would ever consider wanting to bring them back. Let's start off with Tim Liang. Obviously moved to Dagenham and Redbridge for a free in the summer. Ever consider bringing him back?
No, and I think he's enjoying himself playing with Andy Carroll too much.
Yeah. Matthew Madison obviously went to Sutton. Again, would you?
No.
No.
I like Nads, but no.
Okay. The infamous Jack Nolan, who obviously came again with all the promise. Now at Morecambe.
He's at Morecambe, yeah. No.
No. And then the last two. One I would have back in a heartbeat. Jaden Clark.
100%, yeah.
I really like Jaden.
He was just starting to show promise.
Yeah, I mean, he had a great run. I think it was 9 goals he scored last
Yeah.
year.
Wasn't he our top goal scorer
He was
last
our
year?
top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's gone to Forest Green. I think quite a few of their credits. He's really thriving under Bobby Savage at Forest
He
Green.
scored a few good goals there as well.
Yeah. I had a good bet with him last year that he was to be 10 goals. He didn't make it. Hopefully, we'll have the same bet on this year. David, if you're watching, win. And last but not least, he was one of our own. He's not anymore, and he's not even getting a look in with Jack Wilshere. That's Joseph Bode. Obviously moved for around 250,000, and then a few weeks later, the manager gets sacked. Wilshire's come in.
Not even
seen him in the matchday squad since that moment.
Barely been on the bench.
So, I mean, if there was an option to potentially get him back for, maybe a 6-month loan to the end of this year, would you consider it?
Yeah, because he had something, doesn't he? Despite the issues we're having up front with our younger strikers, he was a younger striker that sort of bulldozed. When he went, sorry, no, he wasn't. I think he was great as a winger, not less so as a striker, but like he scored some really good goals, and like after his little stint on the wing, when he did go back central, he was starting to run through players again, and he's a big, strong, young athlete, footballer, and like he should be running through defenders, especially at V2. I don't back on mine.
Yeah, I think I would as well. I liked Bode. I was a bit glad obviously when I'm glad we got some money for him. That's always great when
and there's bound to be a decent sell-on clause as well.
So whenever you can get some kind of money for one of your own talents, that's always a great thing. We'll move on then to our final bit for today, and that is the big derby game we have at Swindon today. What are your thoughts on today?
Looking at the pitch this morning,
there's a possibility
of a pitch inspection.
I know they're doing a pitch inspection. I think at some point where I don't know if it's come up recently. But let's just say it's all going ahead. Normal.
If it's going ahead, as long as we don't lose, I'm happy. But at the same time, where are Swindon in the league? Still top?
Yeah. Oh no, Bromley are top now, aren't they?
Oh, come on, Bromley.
Yeah. Okay, so
well, regardless, we need to win.
Yeah.
We're 6 points out off the playoffs. Bearing in mind we started top. If we don't buck this trend soon, it'll be a 12th, 13th, 14th season again. And we can't have that. For me, at the end of the season, if we're outside the playoffs, it's not the end of the world. It's a 2-year plan. He's got to get the right players in to do his job. It's not like, even if we finish 17th again, it wouldn't be an issue for me, as long as there's improvement next season. But if we're within touching distance, really tight at the top, and 2 or 3 wins, we're back in the playoffs. And so that needs to start today against Swindon.
So if you had to give us a score, what's it going to be?
2-1.
You going 2-1?
Vokes and Dak.
Okay. Those who know me, it's got to be 7-0. But no, look, the one thing you've always got to believe is, as long as you don't lose, that's the main thing. A point is better than anything. Yes, we need a win, but hand on heart here, my feeling is it's going to be 1-1.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. I mean, League 2 draw specialist.
We are, and look, as long as we're not losing, hey, we might even beat that incredible 21-game unbeaten run that we did this year. That was absolutely amazing. There's some happy faces in that. Let's see if we can make it 22 draws, still no losses. That would be amazing.
I've just noticed something in that picture.
Oh, what?
Ainsworth doing 12.
Yeah. There's quite a few of them doing it if you pay attention.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this first live chat that me and Kirrien are doing. We're going to do this as a regular thing going forward.
Hopefully without the technical difficulties.
Hopefully without the technical issues. Hopefully more cameras as well to make it a little bit better.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have a multi-camera setup. Nice fire roaring every time.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is new year, new show.
New year, new show. Same Matt, same Kirrien. Guys, thank you so much. You have been watching the Shouting Men podcast. We'll see you soon.
Up the Gills.